You are stronger than you know. But let's be clear about one thing. Your strength isn't just about what you can lift, how fast you can run, or how tough you look on the outside. True strength starts inside, and it's rooted in your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. It determines how you perceive challenges, how you respond to failure, and how much you believe in your own potential. And it's here, in the way you think about yourself and your situation, where the real power lies. Think about this. No matter what happens around you, your mindset is the one thing you can control. The world can throw obstacles in your way and people can judge you, but you get to choose how you interpret and react to it all. Your strength is built from the thoughts you choose to entertain, the beliefs you nurture, and the actions that flow from them. If you believe you can overcome, then you will. If you believe you're too weak to handle life's challenges, then you'll never push through them. The way you see yourself is the foundation of your strength. Do you see yourself as a person capable of achieving greatness? Or do you see yourself as someone who is constantly struggling, constantly falling short? Your inner dialogue creates the reality you experience. If you tell yourself you can't do something, you're already setting yourself up for failure. But if you tell yourself that no matter what, you'll find a way, your mindset will begin to reshape your entire approach to life. When your mindset shifts to one of possibility and resilience, nothing can stop you. You'll find yourself doing things you once thought impossible, not because the circumstances changed, but because your belief in your own power changed. So, how do you start developing a stronger mindset? First, you have to decide that your thoughts will no longer be governed by fear or doubt. You can't let self-limiting beliefs dictate your path. There will be moments, perhaps many moments, where fear tries to paralyze you, or where you doubt your abilities. In those moments, you have to recognize that fear is natural, but it doesn't have to control you. A strong mindset doesn't ignore fear. It acknowledges it and then decides to act anyway. Every time you push through fear, you build more mental muscle. Next, understand that setbacks are not failures. They're simply part of the journey. A person with a strong mindset sees setbacks as temporary, sees them as lessons to learn from. Every time you fall, you get back up stronger and wiser. The way you respond to adversity reveals your true strength. Are you going to let a setback define you, or are you going to use it to fuel your rise? When you approach challenges with the mindset of a fighter, someone who sees every obstacle as an opportunity to grow, that's when your real power comes forward. Another important element of a powerful mindset is the willingness to persist, no matter the difficulty. Strength is about consistency. It's not about being perfect. It's about getting up every time you're knocked down. It's about doing what needs to be done day in and day out, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. The strong don't wait for perfect conditions to start. They start anyway. They understand that nothing worth achieving comes easily, and they're ready to put in the work. When you make that choice to press forward, no matter the setbacks, you are claiming your power. And here's the beauty of all of this. Your mindset isn't fixed. It's something you can cultivate and strengthen every single day. The thoughts you think today can change the person you become tomorrow. Every day you have the opportunity to build a mindset that is unshakable. By practicing positive self-talk, by challenging negative beliefs, by making the decision to show up and keep going, you start to create a mental foundation that can carry you through anything. A lot of us have been conditioned to believe that our circumstances define us, that our past mistakes or failures limit what we can achieve. But the truth is, your mindset has the power to transcend your circumstances. Just because you've struggled in the past doesn't mean you're doomed to struggle forever. You can create a new narrative. Your past doesn't define you, your mindset does. When you believe that you can turn things around, that you have the strength to overcome anything, that's when the magic happens. The greatest achievements are born from the belief that no matter what, you can make it happen. So, remember this. Your strength is not determined by how tough you look on the outside, but by the strength of your thoughts and beliefs. When you decide that you are capable of achieving great things, when you commit to training your mind to believe in your own power, you will see your life transform. No challenge will seem too great, and no dream will feel out of reach. The strongest thing you can do is change the way you think about yourself and the world around you. In that shift, you will discover that you are in fact stronger than you ever imagined. Now go and let your mindset be the first step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. You are stronger than you know. Pain and struggles are inevitable parts of life. It's something we all face, no matter who we are or what our goals may be. In fact, you can't truly appreciate the value of success or happiness without understanding the weight of adversity. We've all had moments in life where it felt like we were standing on the edge, looking down into an abyss of challenges, wondering if we could make it through. But let me tell you something important. Pain and struggles are not barriers to your growth. They are the very things that will propel you toward the future you've always dreamed of. When we think of pain, we often think of it as something to avoid, something that limits us. It's easy to view pain as a sign that we're weak or that we're doing something wrong. But in reality, pain is a signal not of weakness, but of growth. When you push your limits, when you step outside your comfort zone, that's when you face real discomfort. And that discomfort? It's a sign that you're on the right path. You're stretching your boundaries, and that's how you evolve. Consider this. Some of the most successful people in the world, the ones who have achieved what most only dream of, have faced some of the harshest struggles. They've experienced loss, failure, rejection, and heartbreak. They've dealt with financial ruin, illness, and countless setbacks. Yet, instead of allowing those struggles to define them negatively, they used each of those moments as fuel for their journey. They didn't let their pain stop them, they let it drive them. They understood something crucial. The only way to truly grow, to become the best version of yourself, is to use every painful moment as a stepping stone toward your greatness. Pain doesn't need to break you, it can be what builds you. You've been through difficult moments in your life, and you're still here. That alone proves your strength. Think about the times when you've faced hardships in the past. Did you let them defeat you, or did you find a way to rise? Even if you fell down for a moment, you got back up. You learned something in that process, even if it wasn't immediately clear. Every time you face hardship, you get better at handling it, and the strength you build along the way becomes the foundation for your future success. It's important to realize that pain doesn't last forever. You may go through dark times, but they will not last indefinitely. And when you come out on the other side, you'll be different. You'll be stronger. But it's up to you to decide how you respond to that pain. Do you let it define you, or do you use it as a springboard to rise higher? Struggles are opportunities to learn about yourself, to discover new strengths, and to uncover resilience you never knew you had. There's something powerful about pushing through pain that nothing else can teach you. It's in the middle of struggle where you truly find out who you are. You discover your character, your limits, your resilience, and your resourcefulness. And once you've found those qualities within yourself, no challenge will ever feel impossible. It's when you stand face to face with adversity and keep moving forward, even when it seems like everything is falling apart, that you reveal your true power. Pain and struggles also have a unique way of showing you what truly matters. They strip away the surface-level distractions of life and force you to focus on what's important. When you're in the midst of struggle, the things that seemed like problems yesterday suddenly feel small in comparison. You gain clarity about what you truly want out of life and who you really are. And with that clarity, you become more determined to push through, knowing that you have the power to endure and succeed. Sometimes we fear pain because we don't want to be vulnerable, but vulnerability is where growth happens. When we're vulnerable, we allow ourselves to experience and learn from the struggle. We begin to realize that pain isn't something to avoid, it's something to embrace. It's something that's part of our human experience, and it's through embracing it that we become stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. Think about the things you've accomplished so far in life. Maybe you've gone through challenges that felt unbearable at the time, but looking back, those struggles gave you the strength to get where you are now. They taught you lessons that have been invaluable. The pain you've experienced didn't break you, it made you. And that's what you need to keep in mind moving forward. Every obstacle you face, every moment of pain is a stepping stone to your future. If you look back on your life, you'll realize something powerful. You've already overcome everything that has come your way. Think about it for a moment. All the challenges you've faced, the obstacles you thought would break you, the moments when you were convinced that you couldn't take another step. You're still here, standing strong. That's not by accident. That's proof of your resilience. That's evidence of your strength. You've already proven that you can handle adversity. Now it's time to fully recognize that truth and use it to fuel your future. Every time life threw something difficult at you, you adapted. Even when you didn't know how you would make it through, you found a way. You're still here because, deep down, you have the inner strength and resources to push through any storm, whether it was a personal struggle, a professional setback, or a series of challenges that seemed insurmountable at the time. You've come through stronger and wiser. That's the beauty of resilience. It's a muscle that, when exercised, only grows stronger. You may not have known it at the time, but each challenge was a stepping stone, building you up for the next. Think about the moments when you thought there was no way out, when you believed you didn't have the strength to continue. Maybe it was a time when you faced a huge setback in your career, a personal loss, or an emotional battle that seemed like it would never end. But here you are, on the other side of it, with a story of survival, of overcoming, and of triumph. You have already proven that you have what it takes to navigate life's toughest moments. The fact that you're still here is undeniable evidence of your strength. Now, ask yourself this: if you've already overcome so much, what makes you think you can't overcome what's ahead? The truth is, every difficulty you face is just another test of the resilience you've already developed. You've made it through everything so far, and you have everything inside of you to continue. The struggles you've faced in the past have prepared you for what's to come. The hard times you've endured have equipped you with lessons and experiences that make you more capable than ever. Look back on some of your toughest moments. Remember the fear, the uncertainty, and the pain you felt in those moments. Remember how overwhelming it seemed. But now, in hindsight, don't those moments look different? You're not the same person you were when you first faced them. You've grown, learned, and evolved. That's the power of adversity. It doesn't just challenge you, it shapes you. And each time you overcome something, you add another layer of strength to your foundation. It's easy to forget just how far you've come when you're caught up in the daily grind or when new challenges arise. But the truth is, you've already conquered obstacles that once seemed impossible. Think about all the times you didn't think you could go on, but you did. You fought, you persevered, and you pushed through. That's who you are. A survivor, a warrior, someone who refuses to back down. You've faced more than you thought you could handle and come out stronger on the other side. Every battle, every struggle has only added to your arsenal of strength and resilience. When you realize this, you start to understand that your capacity to endure is limitless. Every challenge you face is just another opportunity to prove to yourself that you can handle it. When you've already proven to yourself that you can overcome anything, no challenge seems too great. The doubts you once had about your strength begin to fade away. You stop seeing yourself as fragile and start seeing yourself as powerful, as someone who has already overcome countless hurdles and will continue to do so. There's a shift that happens when you recognize that you've already overcome everything life has thrown at you. You begin to look at future challenges with confidence. Instead of seeing them as roadblocks, you start seeing them as opportunities for growth. You know that no matter what happens, you'll find a way to move forward, just like you've always done. This shift is key. It's not about avoiding hardship. It's about understanding that you have the strength to face whatever comes your way. You are, without a doubt, stronger than you give yourself credit for. The person you are today is a culmination of every hardship you've faced and overcome. The strength you possess is already within you. All you have to do is acknowledge it and trust it. Life will continue to throw challenges your way, but now you can face them with the knowledge that you've already conquered what seemed impossible in the past. With each step forward, you reinforce the truth. You've already overcome everything that's come your way, and you will continue to do so. Resilience is the force that separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's the key to unlocking your true potential, and if you truly want to unleash your power, you must embrace resilience in all its forms. Life will undoubtedly challenge you. It will knock you down, drag you through difficulty, and make you question whether you can keep going. But it's in those moments, when everything seems to be falling apart, that resilience will make the difference. It's not about avoiding setbacks. It's about your ability to get back up each time you're knocked down. And each time you rise, you become more powerful, more determined, and more unstoppable. Imagine a storm. The winds are howling, the rain is pouring, and the waves are crashing violently. It's a force of nature that seems impossible to fight. Yet, when you think about it, resilience is just like the storm. It's a powerful force, and when you face it, you realize that the key isn't trying to fight against it. The key is to stay grounded, to endure, and to rise above. The storm may rage, but your ability to weather it is what defines you. It's the same with life. You cannot stop the challenges that come your way. They will come again and again. But your ability to stay steady, to maintain your inner strength, and to rise again after each setback, that is where your true power lies. It's easy to talk about resilience when life is going well. But when the going gets tough, that's when the true test comes. How do you respond when everything feels like it's falling apart? How do you react when the weight of the world seems to be crushing you? The truth is, resilience is not something you can only call upon when things are hard. It's something you develop over time, in the small moments. It's in the decisions you make each day, in the moments when you choose to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Resilience is built in the daily grind. It's made in the quiet moments when you show up, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when you feel like you have nothing left to give. And let me tell you, that's where your power begins to grow. Because resilience is what separates those who dream big and those who achieve big. Dreamers will always have goals, but without resilience, those dreams remain just that, dreams. It's resilience that takes those dreams and turns them into reality. When the world pushes against you, resilience gives you the strength to push back. When others doubt you, resilience gives you the courage to keep going. And when you feel like giving up, it's resilience that reminds you of your inner strength, of all the battles you've already fought and won. Each challenge, each moment of adversity, is an opportunity to build your resilience. Think about the last time you faced a setback. Maybe it was a personal failure, a professional challenge, or a loss that shook you. It wasn't easy, but here you are. You made it through. And that's because resilience doesn't let you stay down. It doesn't let you accept defeat. It pushes you to rise again and again, no matter how many times you've fallen. And the more you rise, the stronger you become. But resilience isn't just about enduring the storm. It's about finding a way to learn from it. Life is constantly giving you lessons, and your resilience is what allows you to absorb those lessons and turn them into wisdom. Each difficulty you face, each obstacle you overcome, adds to your strength and makes you more capable of handling what lies ahead. Resilience turns every setback into an opportunity for growth. It makes you better, stronger, and more prepared for the future. At times, the path forward might seem unclear, the obstacles insurmountable, and that's when your resilience is tested the most. But resilience isn't about knowing all the answers or having a clear plan at every moment. It's about having the belief that you can figure it out, that you will find a way, and that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you'll rise again. Resilience is the quiet determination to keep going, to keep pushing forward no matter how hard it gets. You've heard it said that a diamond is created under pressure. Well, it's true. Pressure shapes and molds you into something stronger, something more powerful. And it's through adversity, through the times when you feel like you can't go on, that your resilience is formed. Every moment of hardship is an opportunity to forge a deeper sense of determination, a greater commitment to your goals, and an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome. That's the power of resilience. It transforms every difficulty into a building block for your success. When you understand that resilience is the key to unleashing your power, you begin to see challenges in a new light. They're no longer obstacles, they're opportunities. Opportunities to dig deeper, to grow stronger, and to prove to yourself just how powerful you truly are. The next time life tests you, remember, it's not about avoiding the storm, it's about learning to dance in the rain, standing tall and knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. Resilience is the foundation of your strength, and it's what will carry you through any challenge, no matter how big or small. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it guide you to greatness. Because when you tap into your resilience, there's nothing you can't achieve. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life defines you by what happens to you. When things go wrong, when obstacles come up, when setbacks feel overwhelming, it's tempting to let those moments determine who you are. You might look at the difficulties you've faced and think, this is who I am. But here's the truth, you are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you respond to it. The difference between someone who succeeds and someone who doesn't is not whether they encounter challenges or failures. Everyone does. The difference is in how they handle those challenges. Life will test you. It will push you to the edge. It will throw things at you that you never expected. But what truly matters is how you stand in those moments, how you rise after being knocked down, how you refuse to be defined by the circumstances around you. The world will sometimes make you feel like you're a victim of your circumstances. It will try to convince you that the things that happen to you are a direct reflection of who you are, but that's simply not the case. Life doesn't define you. It's your response to life that defines you. When you face adversity, it's not the adversity itself that will shape you, it's how you choose to meet it, how you decide to rise above it. You see, adversity can either break you or build you, and the key is in your mindset. Every time life challenges you, you're given a choice. You can allow it to define you in a negative way, or you can use it as an opportunity to show your strength, your resilience, and your character. It's how you respond to setbacks that makes you who you are. It's how you choose to move forward when life has knocked you down that determines your future. Let's be real for a moment. We all face setbacks. We all experience pain, disappointment, and hardship. There's no one who's immune to it. But what truly separates those who thrive from those who remain stuck is their ability to handle the challenges. It's not about avoiding adversity. That's impossible. It's about how you respond when things don't go as planned. It's about digging deep, finding strength that you didn't know you had, and choosing to rise again even when it feels like the world is against you. Think about the last time you faced a challenge. Maybe it was a setback in your career, a personal loss, or a difficult relationship. In those moments, you had a choice. You could have allowed yourself to be consumed by negativity, to feel like a victim of your circumstances. Or you could have chosen to rise, to learn, to grow. It's in those moments of choice that your character is revealed. You may not have had control over what happened, but you always have control over how you respond. That is what defines you. What happens to you in life doesn't define your worth. How you face the challenges life throws at you, how you rise after falling, and how you keep moving forward despite the pain, that's what truly defines your strength. It's easy to look at successful people and think they've had it easy, that their lives are filled with nothing but good fortune. But the reality is, those successful individuals have faced challenges and adversity just like anyone else. The difference is that they didn't let those challenges define them. They didn't let the setbacks be the final word. They responded with determination, resilience, and an unwavering belief that they could rise above. When you look back at the struggles you've already faced, what stands out is not the struggle itself, but how you handled it. It's how you fought through the hard times, how you kept going even when you were tired, how you kept your head up when you felt like giving up. Your strength, your character, is not determined by the problems you face, but by how you choose to face them. And here's the thing. The challenges will keep coming. Life doesn't stop throwing obstacles your way. There will always be moments when you feel defeated, when you want to quit. But the power lies in how you respond in those moments. The more you choose to rise, the more you embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth, the stronger and more resilient you become. With each challenge you face, you have the chance to define who you are. And each time you choose to rise instead of staying down, you create a stronger, more empowered version of yourself. You are not defined by your past mistakes, your failures, or the hardships you've endured. You are defined by your actions in response to those moments. You are defined by how you continue to move forward, how you refuse to let adversity defeat you. The greatest victories in life are often not in the moments of success, but in the moments when you stand up after life has knocked you down. So, next time life challenges you, and it will, we all know that, remember this: you are not what happens to you. You are how you handle what happens to you. You are defined not by the obstacles, but by the strength you summon to overcome them. It's not about avoiding pain or setbacks. It's about facing them head-on and using them as fuel to become the person you're meant to be. Your power is in your response. That's where your true strength lies. And when you truly understand this, when you fully embrace it, you'll realize that no matter what life throws at you, you are already equipped to handle it. There's something incredibly powerful about truly understanding that your potential is limitless. When you fully grasp this concept, it changes everything. Your outlook, your decisions, your actions, everything shifts. True strength doesn't come from physical ability or even the resilience you build through adversity, although both are important. It comes from the unshakable belief that you are capable of achieving far more than you think. That belief in your own potential is the key that unlocks the door to your greatest achievements. How often do you find yourself holding back, wondering if you're truly capable of reaching your dream?